If Plarium nerfs Wixwell, I will quit the game. What's up, guys? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Yes, you heard me right. If Plarium nerfs Wixwell, I am done with this game. I am going to quit the game. I'm done. I'm not even interested anymore if they do that, because it's starting to become a point where it's just way too... it's just terrible for the player base. You know, it's just so... it's getting ridiculous. It's now beyond me. And I'm one of those players that I'm very positive about the game. I'm a free-to-play player. I've been playing for almost 5 years. Come November 19th, that'll be 5 years of playing this game. 5 years. Free-to-play, 100%. I'm also with the content creation program. 5 whole years dedicated to a video game. I've also got a pay-to-win account that I've spent thousands of dollars on. And, you know, they finally come out with a champion that is strong for the entire player base, Wixwell. But it seems they will be nerfing Wixwell, potentially, or just putting it in their code to shadow nerf Wixwell. Hold on, let me just go ahead and shut off my heat here, because I'm already getting heated, so I don't need the heat on me right now. So my issue is, if they go and nerf Wixwell, yeah. So Wixwell was a champion released for the player base, for the community. This was a community champion, the first of its kind, where you actually get to vote on the skills of the champion. And he has a crazy skill. A lot of people actually didn't want to go for him, thinking that he was actually going to be really bad champion in general. But he ended up being crazy strong in Clan Boss and in Hydra. Those are his two main areas of the game. People do not use him in PvP, so there's no issue there, right? Well, guess what? Because he's so good in PvE and Hydra, because he can do an Infinity Hydra comp and only get around 30 billion max, they're going to try to nerf him. And 30 billion max, I mean the top end players in the entire game that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get this guy so powerful that he's getting up to 30 billion. And guess what? That's not even scratching the surface of a Trunda team. Not even scratching the surface of a Trunda team. Okay? I know exactly why they're doing this. You know exactly why they're doing this. They're trying to pocket the money. Okay? And this is a rant video, so I apologize, because I don't do a ton of rant videos. I really truly don't. You can look at all my videos. I've made like 700, 800 videos. Okay? All Raid Shadow Legends, mostly Raid Shadow Legends content. Like 99% of my videos. Okay? And this is just way too far. You should not be capping Wixwell's shield. Okay? The shield growth is going to be capped. And I watched a video on Nubkegs. I watched like halfway of it. I didn't watch the full video. And he was talking about this nerf. And this is just ridiculous. And honest to God, like I'm honestly questioning, like, why, other than money, other than because you can't earn a profit off of this guy. Because I mean, technically you can make 10x's, progressive events, and everything for this guy. You can make money off of this guy. You can make money off Wixwell just like you make money off Trunda for your 15x progressives, for your 10x progressives. You can make plenty of money off of him. You can make events around him. It's just that he's easier to come by. Okay, he's easier to come by as a composition. Okay, first and foremost, the Wixwell composition for Hydra is 1,000 times harder to create and to run the team comp as compared to a full auto 100 billion composition for Trunda. Yes, you have to have +3, +4 Trundas to get there, but the fact of the matter is full auto. This is not typically full auto. This is usually you can partially auto, but then in between, if you're fighting I can't look at the Hydra right now, but if you're fighting the head of Torment, for example, with the Wixwell team, you still have to take it off of auto and then make sure that the champions that are getting feared don't get feared, or you have to have specific champions to help remove or cleanse the fear. And then you have RNG, where the head of mischief or whatever pulls the shields on off of your champions, and if he steals the shield from your Emic trunk heart, then the composition is over, because then one of your champions is going to get digested or eaten, and you just can't get that champion back. There's so much RNG with the Wixwell comp. There's literally zero RNG with a Trunda composition. I mean, it's just ridiculous, okay? This is our clan. We are a modest, not so strong clan. We're decent, you know. I've had this clan since forever. I mean, 5 years, basically. So I started this clan a long time ago. You know, we do what we can. I get around 1 to 3 billion, depending on the Hydra comp. I only run it like maybe 3 or 4 times because I don't have all year to run this comp over and over because of RNG. It's so intricate. It's so intricate. I got the wrong one here. This one right here. It is so intricate of a team comp. Yes, Yannicka did 320 million damage. I only got to turn count 170. Guess how long that took? Like 20, 30 minutes. And then I got the shield taken off of one of my champions early because Emic shields was, you know, for one, his shield was not there. So now I have to put the intercept buff on my secondary champion with high resistance, which is Wixwell. So then they stole the shield from Wixwell early on. So I couldn't get like 4 billion plus damage because it would have been around 900 million. And then they do make other compositions where you have like that new Loki champion who can steal the shields back from the Mischief. And then you can keep on running the comp over and over so the Mischief head doesn't die, but you can keep exploding the other heads. But it takes so long and it's RNG heavy. If you mess up, then the comp is over. And then you have to rerun it over and over again. You don't have to keep rerunning Trunda comps. Maybe if you get an unlucky RNG on a Trunda comp, but that does not happen nearly as often as a Wixwell composition. It does not happen nearly as often as a Wixwell composition. So, to some of you might think that I'm just complaining, moaning, and groaning here, but honestly, for those who have actually built this comp, you know how hard it is to run the comp. All right, you know how difficult it is to run the comp. It doesn't even get halfway as much damage as the highest Trunda comp. The highest Wixwell comp does not even get half as much damage as the highest Trunda comp. Nor have I ever seen a Wixwell comp get over 100 billion damage. Okay, I've never seen it. Never. Okay, so keep that in mind. The reason why they're going to be nerfing him is because of the Yannicka comp. You get Yannicka for free from the clan shop, right? That's a free champion, so they're not making money off of that. You got Wixwell essentially for free because he was a fusion champion. But a lot of people didn't even go for Wixwell. So a lot of players still cannot even create the Wixwell composition, the Wixwell Hydra comp team, right? So, you know, it's just really, really frustrating. You know, what are they going to do about the Trunda? They're not, because they make money off it. You got void champions in there like Yumeko. You know, you obviously you could do a budget version with Naya, but you won't get as much damage. So what happens when a lot of the free-to-play players end up getting Trunda over the next year or so? Will they then nerf Trunda just because they're not making as much money because everybody's getting hundreds and hundreds of millions, billions of damage? Is that what's going to happen? And then they're going to bring out even stronger champions to get even more damage? That doesn't make any sense. You need to nerf all of the teams that are going above and beyond the means of what people should be getting for damage on Hydra, if that's the case. So that's just so ridiculous. I'm not going to keep going over and over this and belaboring the point, but I just think it's so wrong. I think it's so wrong if they nerf Wixwell, but they don't nerf Trunda. You know, they've got all these mythical champions doing crazy damage. You know, yes, people spent money on it, but is it only because of that? Because that's what it's feeling like. So you have to be a spender to have the good stuff. And then it's going to go back to our clan and other clans that are lower tier in this game, that spend less money, that don't spend much money or any money at all, that will end up getting little to no damage because they don't have the Trundas. They don't have the Yumekos to reset. They don't have, what's his name? What's his name? The lizard man that just came out that's disgusting. Teox. They don't have all the mythical champions, right? So I understand that this is a spending game, but you shouldn't be nerfing a community champion. You shouldn't be nerfing a community champion. That's why everybody was able to get the clan boss infinity comp from it. And if your only rebuttal on it is, well, it's gonna destroy it destroyed clan boss because somebody can get 257 million. This is just an example. Tiny's on my account. Shout out to Tiny, amazing player. Somebody can get 250 million, but guess what? He's a spender. He's got a +2 here, a +3 here. He's got a Krisk, and he's got a, what's his name? Torvald. But regardless, that's not the point. It's just the fact that it's like you gave people an option to beat clan boss faster, so you have some sort of catch-up mechanics in the game. Because if you don't have any sort of catch-up mechanics in this game and you start destroying the catch-up mechanics, what does that make you? What does that make you look like? Think about it. What does that make a company look like when they start taking away all the benefits from their employees? Employees being the player base. Okay, what does that look like? They're going to throw us a pizza party or what? What are they going to do? Because at this point, it's just getting ridiculous. It's just getting ridiculous. I'm sorry. Clip this all you want. It's just getting ridiculous. So I don't really know what else to say. I don't know if I want to play anymore, if they're going to nerf Wixwell into the ground. I do think that they could, if they bring out another clan boss, people are saying, oh, well, the Great Void clan boss, well, Wixwell will end up being broken against him. Okay? Really simple fix here, Plarium. Make this clan boss ignore shields. Whoa. Make this clan boss be immune to shield. Or it doesn't strip shields. Strips everything but shields. Then this clan boss will never have shields on him to begin with. Make him ignore shields or do 10 times as much damage to champions that put shields as compared to like unkillable. Just go back to the unkillable comps, right? Or they could ignore unkillable. Whatever it is. Maybe you have to start bringing back other compositions like, just ally protection for this one. Maybe ally protection becomes a thing again as compared to just shields, infinity comp shield. The infinity comp's been around. I mean, you literally had it before. So it doesn't really matter. It's just, it was with, what's his name? Underpriest Brogni. Underpriest Brogni also has a shield growth that's a lot slower than Wixwell. But he's also an infinity champion technically, or was. Did they nerf him? I don't recall. You can leave it in the comments down below. But he's also a champion that can increase the shields. Okay? Emic Trunkheart, they nerfed him before they released him though. Basically, they released him and then they nerfed him like instantly. You should have nerfed this guy in testing. The CCs did testing. Everybody, you should have tested your own champions. That means you're not even testing your own champions to begin with, right? I mean, we already know that, right? But like this should never have happened. This should never have happened. And I'm seeing from Nubkek's video that you literally have in the background that was data mined that you're going to nerf Wixwell. It's ridiculous. Don't let it go through. Or else a lot of players are going to quit, including myself. Not interested anymore, if that's going to be the case. Figure something else out. Or if you're going to nerf them, I'll stay. Nerf Trunda. Nerf the Trunda comp. That's it. See ya.